our films are dance, music, romance, entertainment, comedy. It has a mixture of everything. Used to be the actor, their co-stars, if you have female co-stars, or the hairdressers. These were the only women on the set. There's so many different ways of entertainment. So many different things you can do. There's OTT, there is social media, the YouTube stars, there are social media stars, there are OTT stars, there are reality stars. There's so many different people and stars in their own rights, in all walks and forms of entertainment. The vanity vans. What I just criticized. I love my work too much. I love what I do. And very few people can, say that they love what they do. I won it thrice, but she didn't give me the trophy. Remember, we were shooting for Anjam and then we shot for Koila. And I was just thinking, I said, Shah Rukh, whatever film we are doing, we are either beating each other. We should do a nice Saaf Suthra film. I used to discuss with him and say, went with their friends to the theatre out there in the US. They watched the film and then he called me. He says, Mom, it's a very good film. We loved it. It's very entertaining. And you're very good as the Bhoot. So they were quite surprised.
Hi, this is Farzeen and welcome to India Today. And I have with me the actor who can still make your heart go dhak dhak. And I don't know, has inspired so many young girls to say, "Main Madhuri Dixit banna chahti hu."
Thank you so much.
Tell me, how are you feeling coming back with Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3? Fans going crazy over your character, like everything's just been so rosy. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good. And I'm glad that people have liked the character. When it was brought to me, I have not done a film in this genre. Like horror comedy, I have not tried so far. So for me, it was something exciting to do. Also, the way the character appears in the movie and everything that happens after that, I thought was fascinating. To top it all, there was Kartik in the film, Vidya, Triptii, and all the actors, which are amazing in their own way. And I thought it would be great. And of course, the leader of the ship, Mr. Anis Bazmi, he was, I've admired him as a director. And so it was wonderful to get a chance to work with him, with all these people. And I think I had so much fun.
But the kind of numbers that films do today, when you make a comeback with a project like this and it's already crossed 200 crores, how do you feel? Like, what does this success means to you?
Well, it means that all the hard work that you've done is finally paid off and people have liked the product and they've liked you in the film, which is also very important. It just makes me feel happy that the fans admired me, they liked me in the film, and they liked the work I did. That's what we work for, right?
Absolutely.
When we work, we want people to like our work. And if that becomes successful, then of course it's Sone Pe Suhaga.
But do these numbers matter to you?
Well, the thing is, after a point, it's like, okay, whatever, But yes, it does matter because it's a hit film. And you're part of a film which is iconic already. And you are a part of that whole process. So
absolutely. And the dance-off, of course, everyone's talking about, everyone's dancing on it. Tell me, I think a filmmaker feels that if Madhuri is in my film, we have to have a dance number because they need to utilize your talent. Has that happened?
Well, most of the subjects that I have worked in, okay, let me rephrase that. Our films are dance, music, romance, entertainment, comedy, it has a mixture of everything, especially the commercial cinema. And so dancing is a big part of, not just if I'm in a movie, anyone, any one of the stars. So when they get me, then they feel, oh, this is something extra special and we have to do something that's special.
And you've done a couple of dance-offs, at least duets. Of course, there's Dance of Envy, Dola Re Dola, then Lajja also had one now. Which one is your favorite, if you have to pick?
No, I can't pick a favorite because I've enjoyed dancing on all of them. And the people I've worked with in those, like Karishma, I loved dancing with her, whether it was Manisha or Ash or now Vidya. We enjoyed this. I enjoyed that moment. And so I think I like all those songs.
But I think one thing that is common is all of them have spoken how hard they had to work to match up to you.
No, it's good. I mean, I think especially with Vidya, because she considers herself like a non-dancer, she says. But I have told her that I said, that's not right. You put those things in your own mind. and you are feeling that way because you have put that idea in your head. But if you just open, keep yourself open to these ideas, I think you'll surprise yourself. And she worked so hard on this song, and she danced so beautifully,
And tell me one thing that you kind of miss about the 90s when you maybe filming now on a film set in today's time. Like one thing that you miss about what happened back then.
I think, I don't know, maybe because we didn't have vans and we didn't have all that. In between break, we all used to sit together and exchange stories and laugh and, talk to each other and, get to know each other and everything. But now because of vans, I think after we finish our bit, we just go and sit in the van, and there's no like contact or, that kind of the camaraderie is a little less. But having said that, even when I worked on this film, there was so much camaraderie on the sets. Like we were sitting together because we were on the set. And, we didn't want to move out and in all the time. It was raining outside. So we sat there and we joked around, we pulled people's legs, and we were like, like one big family. And that's what is fun about making movies, where there's a large, group of actors, in the film.
And one thing that kind of you were like relieved that, wow, this has changed for the better.
Oh, the vanity vans.
Oh.
What I just criticized. Because when we used to go outdoors, it used to be, we used to have these ambassador cars, used to take us, in Ooty, in the mountains and all that. And we didn't have vanity vans. So even if it rained, we just run and sit in the car. Or if it's too sunny outside, we used to just sit with umbrellas and just bear the heat and, all that. So it's become much more comfortable, we have these little things. Also, I think the fact that the only women on the sets used to be, which is a bigger fact for me, used to be the actor, their co-stars, if you have female co-stars, or the hairdressers. These were the only women on the set. Rest all used to be men. The technicians, everything, the ADs, the DOPs, everything, the makeup artists, they used to be men.
Wow.
And the women used to be hairdressers. So now all that has changed. And now when I walk on the set, I feel so proud. There's so many women around, the ADs, in all the departments of filmmaking. And it makes me proud.
Absolutely.
We've come a long way.
Absolutely. Also tell me, Madhuri, of course, over the years, we've seen you take big risk when it comes to genres and even medium. Like you did television when nobody would even dare to do it. But right now, when you're here, what is the thing that you're craving for? Of course, on OTT, we saw you do such a challenging role with Majama, where you broke that sexuality barrier. But tell me, what is one thing that you still want to do, or you're craving to do, one challenge that you want to give yourself?
I don't know. I'm going to challenge myself this year again.
Wow.
And I'm working on a project very soon. I cannot talk about it right now, but it's very challenging and it's something very different for me to do.
We can't wait for that. And also Fame Game too, like what's the update on that? We've been waiting for that too.
I go to the US, I go anywhere in the world, they all ask me the same question. When is Fame Game 2 happening? What happens when you break out of that place? But I don't think it's happening. And so I don't think Fame Game is getting a part. Season 2, I wish they would give us a season 2 because everybody really loved the first season as well. But c'est la vie,
And I loved your chemistry with Manav, to be honest. Amazing.
Thank you.
Yes. Also tell me, I don't know if you watched Pathaan, but there's a scene where Shah Rukh and Salman towards the end talk about how हम इंडस्ट्री को नहीं छोड़ सकते नए बच्चों के हवाले हमें ही कुछ करना होगा. Does it still sound true? Because the kind of stardom that you guys have enjoyed, I don't think any of the today's kids enjoy that. What do you have to say about that?
I don't know. I think to say that would be to take away what they have, the youngsters. But if you see Shah Rukh and you see Salman, I mean, they are huge stars today. And I think they can say that because of their position and, where they are. They're big stars, huge stars. But I think even the youngsters, I think they're working very hard they have come into this world to say, when there's so many distractions.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways of entertainment. You know, so many different things you can do. There's OTT, there is social media, the YouTube stars, there are social media stars, there are OTT stars, there are, you know, reality stars.
True.
There's so many different people and stars in their own rights, in all walks and form of entertainment.
Absolutely.
And they are competing against all that. I remember when we had started, the only form of entertainment was movies.
Yeah.
And that's where people got their entertainment. And that's where they were like, oh my God, such big stars.
True.
Movies, you know, larger than life kind of a thing. And now it's different because they have a choice. There's so many choices. They can choose what they want to see, what they don't want to see.
Yeah.
And so I think they are fighting against all that and, you know, trying to create their own identity and their own stardom. And I think we should like give them a pat on the back as well.
But still, there's just one Madhuri for sure. And talking about Shah Rukh, Salman, I mean, when you look at these male actors still doing romantic films, maybe with a younger female actor, do you sometimes envy them? The kind of these male actors have that benefit?
Well, they have the benefit because, you know, the society allows, I mean, they don't blink an eye if a man is working with a lady who's younger than him. But for women, it becomes a little harder. If you try to do that, it's like, oh my God, what does she think?
Absolutely.
And you know, look at, he's so young, she's so, you know, senior, and you know, all that. But I think these glass ceilings are meant to be broken.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That's why they are there, to be broken.
Yeah. And when you actually moved to US after your marriage, a lot of people felt that you're quitting the industry. Of course, thankfully you came back. But tell me, was there ever a thought in your mind, because you started working so early in life, was there ever a thought that, okay, maybe
No way. Wow. I love my work too much. I love what I do. And very few people can, you know, say that they love what they do. For me, it's not going to work. It's like, let's have some fun today. You know, it's that way.
Yeah. And if you could go back in time and tell something to your younger self, like maybe the 20s, when you were in your 20s, what would you tell her?
Well, you know, the thing is that my mom was always with me. Throughout my career, she always was with me, whether come hell or high water, she always was with me, whether we are in the mountains or we are in the snow or we are in the ocean or we are on the beach. She was always with me. And she was like a spine, you know, for me. She was the strength behind me and my dad. And she always used to tell me, you know, be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, don't go by what people are saying. Just do what you think is right and believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You know, these are the things she used to tell me. And maybe I'll probably say that same thing to the 20-year-old.
Amazing. And tell me, because right now everyone's, most of the old films are getting a re-release. Hum Aapke Kaun, if it comes back to theatre, like what was your thought on that? And
well, I think they had done a re-release for their 25th anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have. Yeah, a lot of films are re-releasing and they're doing well in the theatres because people are nostalgic and they want to see, they want their kids to see what they have grown up on and all. I think it's great. I think more films should get re-released and people should be exposed to.
And maybe if you could name 3 films of yours that you want to re-release for the young audience to actually watch it.
I don't know. I mean, I've done so many films. Maybe if you say talk about commercial films, and maybe a Beta because it's still relevant, or a Dil To Pagal Hai.
Absolutely.
Even Khalnaik was very interesting, or a Mrityu Dand that I had done, or a Prahar, or any of these films. I think it'll be. I think Parinda released in the theatre.
It hasn't yet.
No? Okay.
That should, yes.
I think there was a show he had done. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I'll also vote for Sajan.
Sajan, yes. What songs, and it was a beautiful movie. Yeah.
We have a very small game, Madhuri ji. We have some pictures of you. We just want you to react or just tell a story about it.
Yeah, this is a picture when I had won my inter-school competition for Kathak dancing. And I remember she had said, if you win this trophy thrice, the trophy will be yours.
Oh.
I won it thrice, but she didn't give me the trophy. Yeah,
so there's 2 with Salman. This is, of course, an old picture.
Dil
And this dance step, which is like so viral.
Yeah, this is from Dil Tera Aashik, and this is from, of course, Hum Aapke Hain Kaun.
How's the
and
bond
we had done this little dance.
now?
Was that?
how's your bond with him evolved? Because you've done so many films.
Yes, we've done a lot of
Yeah.
films, and I think I know him, when he was also achieving stardom at that
Yeah.
time, and I know him since then. So it's like, I think our relationship is exactly like Nisha and Prem.
Oh wow.
Like, yeah, we always, yeah. This is,
Shah
I think this is Anjam.
Yes.
Anjam, and I remember we were shooting for Anjam, and then we shot for Koila. And I was just thinking, I said, Shah Rukh, whatever film we are doing, we are either beating each other till we are bloody, or we are running away from something and we are ganda,
Yeah.
mela, kucha, like, torn clothes, and we are running from some villain and all. I think we should do a nice Saaf Suthra film. I used to discuss with him and say, we should do some nice, beautiful, like a romantic film and all that. And then Dil To Pagal happened
Yeah.
after that. Yeah.
Just couple of them.
This is
of
Dil.
course,
This is
Aamir.
Dil with
Yeah.
Aamir in Ooty. Yeah, I remember this. This is that song.
Yeah, this is Ghagra.
Mujhe Neend Na Aaye song. I think that was.
Yeah.
This is Ghagra, of
Yeah.
course. And shooting with Ranbir was
Yeah.
such a. Oh yes, this is Devdas Maharaj Ji. And
Absolutely.
he had done the song Kaaye
Yes.
Ched Ched Mohe, and this was
This
with
is
him.
with your.
Yes, this is my older guy.
Yeah, I want to
Aaron.
ask you,
Aaron.
how do they react to your career, to the legacy that you've left, and have they watched Bhool Bhulaiyaa?
They watched Bhool Bhulaiyaa, yes. They went with their friends to the theatre out there in the US. They watched the film, and then he called me. He says, Mom, it's a very good film. We loved it. It's very entertaining. And you're very good as the Bhoot. So they were quite surprised.
How do they react to the stardom that you have achieved?
I don't know. I mean, they are the way I brought them up to be.
Yeah.
I said, it's okay. Our stardom and all is aside. I'm your mom first.
And last I found this, I was like, wow,
Oh my
what
God.
great shoots you guys used to have.
This was, I think, was this for Stardust? Or
I think it was
Yeah?
Stardust, yes.
Yeah. I remember that. We used to wear these, we had these lots of wigs,
Yeah.
and we used to try different looks and all that. And this was one of them. I think this jacket was made by Manish, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
What happened during that time, this was
Mm.
like when we used to do photo sessions, it was a rare happening.
Yeah.
Like there were only 4 or 5 magazines. And then for that, we used to get clothes and try different things. And we didn't have like such big stylists
Yeah.
and all that at that time. Also, the clothes were like basically materials, and we used to like invent and try to tie them
Yeah.
in different ways
And I
and all.
feel
We
it
didn't
was
have all
just-
these designer labels and everything
True.
at that time.
I felt it
Which
was
were
just
ready-made.
more simpler times.
It was simpler times.
Yeah.
It was like trying to create that look instead of already
Yeah.
having it,
Yeah.
and then just doing it. And this is like, now we do this every day for Insta and, all that. So whenever we wear a designer dress, we have pictures
Yeah.
and then it's sent. So it's not that an event happening, Even
Yeah.
photo sessions used to be
Right.
an event happening.
Right.
Now it's like everyday thing.
Yeah,
we're
but I
doing
think
it.
recently there are videos going viral from old award shows. Like each one of you have their own style. Today, I think most look the same. They're wearing the same kind of clothes. Like your hair, everything was just so different. But glad that you're back and
Thank you, thank
entertaining
you.
us, and keep doing that, please, forever, because we love
Thank
you
you
just
so
too
much.
much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.